Howdy, folks. Spencer here, and today I want to talk about the latest batch of STO news for both PC and console, and to also talk about some rumors for some upcoming potential ships that we could be seeing. So, first off, let's talk about console. Those of you on console have a Red Alert event running now for the next 2 weeks. This starts today, September 29th, and will run through October 13th. This is a 2 week long red alert, so that means that if you run it for 10 days, you will get an ultimate tech upgrade, a spec point, and experimental ship upgrade token. So, always good to get those for free. And remember, doing Tholian red alerts or Borg red alerts are usually the best options. And with a good build, you should be able to clear either of those in about a minute or so. And for those of you over on console, you also have an Admiralty event going on. Admiralty is always, nice to work on for the resources it can provide you. And if you're trying to level up your campaign XP, well, you're going to have an easier time doing it from September 29th through October 13th. Just a reminder then, too, if you just made a temporal recruit, part of the task that recruit has is to level up your Admiralty campaigns up to level 10. So this event would be a good time to go in and just run missions for each of the 4 campaigns and get some progress done to make that a little bit easier on yourself. And over on PC, we have a double upgrade event, or a double tech point weekend running on. So it's just your standard upgrade event where any upgrade you use will have double the upgrade points. And this is running from September 29th through October 3rd. Good time to get your upgrades in. Unfortunately, I just burned a lot of upgrades on my Fed Psi character the other day, so they saw that I finally caved and got those upgrades done, and now that I've got that gear upgraded, they've put out this event for everyone else. I took the hit for everyone this time. And then we have a Phoenix Prize Pack event running on PC from September 29th through October 6th. This is your standard Phoenix Prize Pack event at this point. Every day of the event, you'll be able to go to an NPC that is across from Quarks on the S9, or there's another one over at Josana. And you just talk to them each day and you can get a free prize pack once per account. And on top of that, there is a return of the T6X upgrade tokens into the Phoenix store for the duration of this event. And I'm probably going to do a video talking about the value of getting these upgrade tokens through Phoenix versus buying them in the C store. But suffice to say, the summary of that is going to be that getting them through Phoenix is much more cost effective than buying them in the C store. And for those of you that don't know what a T6X upgrade token does, these experimental ship upgrade tokens, which I can't seem to see in my inventory right now, are these things here. When you apply them to a T5U or T6 ship, you will get an extra console slot, an extra device, and some other nice perks. So let me find a ship here that does not have that applied. You'll see that I get an extra device slot, I get an extra console, and most importantly, I get a 6th starship trait slot while using that ship. So those T6X upgrade tokens, very good to get a bunch of those from Phoenix when the events are running on. They're usually like quite cheap to obtain through that. Then we have some patch notes for PC. They've updated the memorial plaque to include Louise Fletcher. They resolved an issue that would sometimes prevent players from gaining Endeavor points in progress. I know that there were some of you complaining about that since the Endeavor cap was raised a couple weeks ago, so it's good that they're finally getting this fixed. They are resolving a text issue on the Courier Pilot Raiders reward pack. The text issue basically, it said that it had a different number of device slots than it actually had. They have resolved an issue that was preventing the debris screen console from the Courier Pilot Raider from interacting with effects meant to interact with universal console abilities like unconventional systems. So apparently before this patch, the debris screen console was not having its cooldown reduced by uncon, and after the patch it will. And another change for the debris screen console from the Courier Pilot Raider, it now shares a 60-second minimum cooldown with other forms of extreme defense abilities, such as the Intrepid Ablative Armor, Karfi Phase Shift, and Metaphasic Shielding. The question I have with this is, what other consoles are now going to count for this? Because this is not a shared like cooldown category for consoles we've ever seen before, as far as I know. So I wonder if other consoles that provide you with a lot of survivability or defensive capabilities like obfuscation screen are going to see a change to have a minimum cooldown like this also. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. The Infiltrator trait, which I did 2 videos on a week or so back, they have went through and reversed the nerf here with this patch now. And according to one of the systems devs on Reddit, they were going to also add text to the Infiltrator bridge officers to indicate how the stacking on them worked. Infiltrators, for those of you that don't know, the same rank of Infiltrator will not stack, but you could stack different ranks. So that was what they took away with last week's patch, and they are now putting that back in, which I'm very happy to see. They have resolved an issue that was causing dialogue to replace the names of NPCs in the Klingon captain table. So for those of you that did not see this, it was quite interesting. Basically, there would be NPCs walking around the captain's table map, which is the lifetime subscriber exclusive map. And apparently the instead of having a name, it would have just this big wall of text right above the character. So it was quite funny to see. I don't have any pictures of it on hand to show you, but good to see that they're fixing that. And the last thing on the patch notes here is that the Thry Dreadnought Warbird and the Valkys Temporal Heavy Dreadnought Warbird are going to be able to use the Romulan drone ship hangar pets. So the Romulan drone ship hangar pets were originally the Scimitar exclusive pets, and then over time, the Talaru came out and it got access to run them, and then the Romulan support carrier Warbird also has access to run it. But now the Thry and the Romulan version of the Enterprise J will be able to use the Romulan drone ships after the patch. So the Valkys is the Romulan version of the Enterprise J. It's a neat ship. It's just these ships are so expensive. You just rarely see people running anything other than like the Ent J. But the Romulan one's cool, and it's good to see that it's getting that ability to run the Romulan drone ships. And the Thry, for those of you that are confused about what ship that is the Romulan ship from the 23rd century Tier 6 Undiscovered Dreadnought box. Basically, it's the Romulan version of the TOS Atlas. The TOS Atlas is the TOS Dread is the ship that has the VPRM console for feds. So the Thry is the Romulan equivalent to that, but it has a different console. The console on it is secondary shield projector, which just isn't that great of a console. So maybe this will make some people use the Thry a bit more. But my overall hope when I saw this in the patch notes is, if they're doing a change like this, maybe we're getting a little bit closer to having a MUDs pack that has, either the Ent J ships in it, the Enterprise J, or like the TOS Dread in a MUDs bundle. So with them going through and doing things for the Romulan versions of those ships, that's something I'm hoping that we see here with an upcoming MUDs bundle. And now I want to talk about this Fleet Week stuff. Fleet Week is basically a week-long event that Cryptic is going to be doing starting on October 10th and ending on October 15th. Fleet Week is basically an online virtual convention, and it's not necessarily Star Trek Online focused. It's more about the ships of Star Trek. So they're going to have a bunch of people on talking about ship models and things like that. But on 10 Forward that week, on October 12th, they're going to be announcing some exciting new ship reveals. So I am expecting that this is going to be some ship announcements related to this announcement that Thomas had said on a 10 Forward about 2 or so weeks back, in which Cryptic has basically been given permission to use ship designs from other Star Trek games. And the one that chat was blowing up with was the Typhon and the associated Valkyrie. So there's an idea floating around that, and this is all rumor. Okay, this is entirely a rumor, and nothing is set in stone. I don't have any leaks for any of this. This is just based on the reactions on the stream and what I've heard since then. But the Typhon looks to be the one of the ships that's going to be potentially introduced into the game because of Paramount saying yes. And the Typhon is a bit of a brick, but I think for some of you that may be appealing. To be honest, I've seen some angles of this ship from other games, and I don't think it's the worst looking thing out there. I've certainly seen worse ships, but I think a big blocky carrier like this could be quite interesting. And if these are the pets, well, I think that some of you are probably going to go. If this is the ship they put into the game, I could see some of you going out and getting it just so you could get these pets. But nothing is set in stone. But that is just my gut feeling based on the conversations that I've seen happening since Thomas talked about Cryptic getting permission to use models from other games. So do not be surprised if that's what we end up seeing announced in about 2 weeks from now. Stu also has a video that he did where he talked to Kale and Thomas about the Fleet Week stuff. So I'll have that link down below if you want to check that out. But let me know what your thoughts are. With this announcement that Cryptic does have permission to use designs from other Star Trek games, what models would you want to see? But that's going to be it for today. I want to say thank you again to all channel members for the continued support. We just passed 4K on the channel here a couple days ago, and for a long time, as many of you know, I'd stepped away from the channel not long after Victory's life, and things really stalled out. So I'm glad that I came back to work on the channel, and the support in the past year and a half since I started back up has been immense, and I really do appreciate all the support you guys send me. And one last thing that I almost forgot, and let me go back onto the overlay here. There's 3 days left for this giveaway for a Styx Terran Dreadnought Cruiser, PC only, over on my Discord. This again was generously donated by Martin. 340 of you have already entered for a chance to win it. You just have to go to my Discord, go to the giveaways channel, and hit this emote at the bottom of the giveaway post. So just go through and do that, and you'll have a chance to win. But that is going to be it for today. So once again, thank you all for watching, and thank you all for the continued support. I look forward to seeing how things go over the rest of the year, and I'm looking forward to some of the plans that I have already for next year. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.